How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Creators Process. As you know, my name is Jaden, and right next to me, I'm sitting next to Brett and Nicola. How are we doing today?
Great.
Yeah, that's good. It's very good to hear. And so I want to say, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedules to come onto the channel and talk about what you guys do in the arts community and all your processes in that. So I think the first question I will ask is, well, first of all, what do you two do when it comes to the arts? And so who would like to go first?
Yeah, sure. I and we run the Fitzroy Art Collective.
Yeah.
So it's a gallery, community space, and as the council calls it, a place of assembly.
Yeah.
We have art shows, life drawing classes. We have tango, swing. This was actually a dance studio once. So it's nice to have dance back here. We've had a lot of events like parties and weddings and all sorts of things, but primarily we're now going to focus on just having art events and those sorts of things.
Fantastic. And how long ago did you start the Fitzroy Art Collective?
2017.
Yeah.
So I started doing shows in cafes and bars on Brunswick Street.
Oh, wow, okay.
Anyone who would let me in. Actually, I started doing that because I took it personally when I was rejected by galleries.
Okay.
And it was part of my motivation to set up the Fitzroy Art Collective was so that I could have my own shows and be in my own shows and get my art out into the world. It turned out to be a much better thing than just going through the gallery system, and it led to this, which is quite a unique gallery. The business model we have here is quite unique. So I started in Brunswick Street, and I did that for a couple of years, and we had you can see them all over my shoulder. You can see all the posters for all the shows.
Yeah.
We had poetry nights, art shows, bands. We did them all over Brunswick Street. Heaps of shows, heaps of group shows and solo shows.
Yep.
For people. Yeah. And then got too small for that. Like wanted to expand and wanted to really take this into
to
the
another
world
level.
to another level. That's it. Yeah. Take it to the limits.
Take it to limits. No, that's amazing. And it is a very unique space. Like, first time I set foot in here, it's like, like you've got a stage at the back and then you've got just a drawing section, but then also you've got all these just different areas. Like, it's kind of like a whole, like, just everything just morphed into one. So it's definitely something very unique. And also all the decorative pieces are very, very cool as well. Like, it's definitely quite a unique space when, you come into the Fitzroy Art Collective. And I think you've definitely made it a very unique space for artists to come into as well. So I think that's incredible. And I love the way that you said that you kind of used it as a way of going, if no other galleries will show the work, I may as well open up my own and just show it myself. And show the shows of the artwork that I want to see in galleries.
Yeah.
I think that's an amazing way to go. Like, instead of going, I'm defeated, it's like, no, I'm not defeated, I'm going to just do it myself.
That's right. Yeah.
For sure.
And a lot of galleries depend on established artists.
Yeah.
That's where they make their money because the sales are guaranteed, so they get the high commissions. Whereas I was an emerging artist, and I attracted other emerging artists and gave them a platform to show their work to people. And we had people having their first solo shows and selling the work, and they were wrapped. Like, it really helps as an artist to be recognised both financially and by the general public. So it's really nice. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And there isn't a lot of galleries who were doing, emerging artists. They'd have an emerging artist show, but generally, emerging artists don't sell a lot because they're new. It's like when a new band, their music, they haven't got their style yet, they haven't got things together, they're coming out. But they need these sorts of things in order to grow, and they need that encouragement.
Yeah. And I love that you've created that space, saying that, like, you want to not just help obviously the big groups and all that, you want to help the small emerging artists so that they can get their first feel of being in an art gallery and selling their first print and all that. I think that's really cool how you're supporting those local community and local artists, you know, helping them, give them that push to keep going with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, and when they get famous, they can pay us back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know,
Come
pay
and have
back
a
to the
show and
Fitzroy.
make us tens of thousands of dollars.
Amazing. I love it. I love it. And so, and you, yourself, Nicola and Brett, you have worked together quite a lot with, because you are a photographer and model. Like, tell us about some of the work that you've done and like your process of creating some of your work together.
Yeah, I think I'd say it's quite sort of organic. I think maybe you brainstorm in your head of what you want to do, and me a little bit beforehand. We sort of see where the shoot takes us.
Yeah,
you
right.
know,
Yeah.
put out a bunch of costumes and just try different things on, different shots, sort of weird expressive poses that I like to do, put on some music.
Yeah,
that's
they're
sort
great.
of
Yeah.
inspiring and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. There's we play music and we'll often dance. Nicola will dance. And,
You will dance as well.
yeah, that's
We've
right.
filmed that too.
Yeah, we've done it a few times. We had the neighbours watching us doing that one.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I love that.
Yeah, and it's also decided upon like how warm it is in here because it gets quite cold. So we're going to do
Okay.
body paint. No,
Yeah,
no, in the
that's
middle
true.
of winter,
Yeah,
no
it's
body painting because the
way too cold.
paint is so cold.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite organic, quite spontaneous, and sometimes it's just an idea. It's just a pose
Yeah.
or a look, and you start with that, and then you spend 2 or 3 hours, and it just unfolds.
Yeah.
And see where it goes. And we like using a lot of lighting, a lot of shadows, and we did used to do most of our stuff on the black stage, and we've swapped over to the white wall where your
Oh,
photography's on. Yeah, we've
Yeah.
done most of our shoots. Really like the white wall and the contrast.
Yeah, especially with shadows and everything.
Yeah, because you can't create shadows too well on black backgrounds.
Yeah, that's it. It's harder to see, and you know, with white you can bounce off lighting, shadows, and you know, even if you can turn it into different colors as well if you have to. So it gives you limited choice of what to do, unlimited choices,
Yeah.
and you definitely. I think that would be fun to see, like, because you said that you film all your behind the scenes dancing and all that. Maybe you could do a compilation for people to see. Of all these, you know, behind the scenes of Brett and Nicola's photo shoots. Create a whole compilation. But no, that's amazing. And then, like, I think, as you said, it always starts with just one small idea, and then it just branches off into kind of creates a mind map of going, well, this could be a possibility, and then this could be, and you know, I think, you know, as they say, every idea starts with that one
that's
small
right.
idea.
Yeah, definitely.
I think, and so do you say that most of your shoots do consist of going from like one small idea to, you know, multiple, all these different ideas from that one split?
Yeah, I'd have to say so. Maybe not always just one idea, maybe a couple. We did the Glad Wrap series. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Strapping. Oh, that's in that photo over there. A photo like that from that series, the black and white series with
Yep.
Keely.
That's right, yeah.
Strapping baby dolls to your chest and then wrapping them, Glad wrapping, and yeah, the kitchen one we did with the cat and the thing. We like to be absurd, you know, in the creation. So there's, you know, Nicola sitting. It's one of the most popular, sitting in the corner of the kitchen with a big, one of those massive jars of peanut butter and a spoon, and then Costco jar of peanut butter, and a cat's head and a cat suit, isn't it? Yeah, the bodysuit.
I think I have seen that one. Yeah.
That came about quite spontaneously. You know, that wasn't really planned. It was just like, oh, let's try this and let's try that, and hey, take the peanut butter and pretend you're eating it, and you know,
Love it.
Yeah.
You're not afraid to get a bit humorous in your shoots.
No,
Definitely
not.
not,
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Quite silly.
oh, and I think there's nothing wrong with that, adding a bit of like lighthearted and humor to, you know, art's meant to make us feel, you know, so why not make us feel like we want to have a giggle? At the end of the day, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And it's so I'll ask you about like so when it comes to like, obviously with being a photographer and being a model, we obviously work around a lot with the nude form and that sort of thing. Is it something that you've been very comfortable with working with, and as a model, like you've been comfortable being nude, or is it something that you had to learn to be comfortable with over time? Is it something?
Yeah, in the beginning, I would say I was a bit apprehensive, especially the first proper shoot that I actually had was with you. With you.
Sorry, I'm just remembering.
Yeah, it's just reminiscing. Yeah, yeah. So I was a little bit uncomfortable with taking my underwear off and stuff. So I think the first 2 shoots or something, I left it on. And then
Then I brought out the underwear shredder, and that was it. No underwear.
It's no more underwear.
yeah. But as our dynamic sort of developed as well, like not even our personal relationship, but just the dynamic of photographer and model, I was more comfortable and sort of saw what his style was like and stuff as well. And it just sort of unfolded naturally and just naturally came up.
Yeah.
So you definitely think that like there needs to be a really good, strong relationship and dynamic between the model and the photographer when they're working together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you can tell when it doesn't work. When 2 people don't sync
For sure,
in
not
anything,
compatible.
and especially in something like this, especially in nude photography or something where just 2 people are working together like that, and it's even if it isn't, there's nothing sexual in it. It's like when we do live modeling, there's nothing sexual in anyone taking their clothes off. You're creating and you're working on a project together, and sometimes being clothed or unclothed is appropriate. Either way, we've done the whole spectrum of fully
100%.
dressed to nothing at all. But I think what I love is developing a long-term working relationship so that the photographer and the muse type, the photographer and the model know each other, know what to expect. I don't have to ask Nicola to pose anymore. You know, can you do this? Can you do that? I was kind of like, I never did that a lot, but now I don't do it at all. You just start pulling pose. I'm like, oh yeah, and then getting that right angle and the lighting on that right and everything. That comes from working together and trusting each other and knowing each other and knowing.
And knowing what you like as well, and what will look good on camera and all that.
That's
sort
right.
of stuff
The weirder, the better.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I definitely agree because like I'm the same with some of the models who I work with where I've worked with them so long to a point where, you know, if I approach them with an idea, they kind of know what I'm going for, and then also I know how they work, and you know, you just work on a good dynamic and you have a good solid working relationship where you kind of know what each other are expecting, and you know, you can also experiment and like say, oh, this might not work, but would you be interested in trying it this way and all that. Like, so I think that's cool that you've created that strong dynamic when you're working together. And how long have you 2 been working together for now?
A year and a half.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you've definitely created some amazing content. Like I always love seeing your new works that you create together, and even your new drawings that you do. And I'm actually excited to see some more amazing work from the both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Jade.
That's okay. And so I guess as a final question, so what is, now that we're out of lockdown, finally after all those months being locked away, so what is some of the things that are coming up for the both of you, for the Fitzroy Art Collective, personal work and all that? What have we got in store?
We've got art shows, a lot of art shows coming. We have a life drawing art show where you're having some people renting our space out, which is available to whoever wants to do group shows. We're going to do more photography shows because that photography show we did went off really well.
No, it was amazing.
And you know, you and I both like a bit of photography. We all do like a bit of photography.
That's
so,
it.
it turned out, so more of that. We're going to like really amp it up and see if we can have a show a week here. I think that would be wonderful.
No, that sounds amazing.
And more shoots.
Oh, absolutely.
More modelling.
Definitely.
Nicola's going to do a Tuesday night, aren't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Might do a theme as well, because you know, modelling online, it's not really the same. And
Yeah.
putting all that sort of effort in for a theme, it's sort of nice to have a proper audience, I guess, for it.
Yeah, no, that's it. I think that's amazing, and I look forward to seeing so much incredible work coming soon from the both of you. And well, like as I said, you know, the photography show was absolutely amazing, and yeah, there was such a huge crowd, and yeah, it was absolutely amazing. So I'm looking forward to even insisting on putting more photographs in. So I'm really excited to see some more shows from the both of you and more photo shoots. So it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
And so first of all, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedules today to do this interview and to talk about what you guys do. So, and I wish you all the best for future stuff, and I look forward to working with both of you again in the future as well.
Yeah, that'd be
Thank
nice.
you.
That'd be
Yeah,
great.
pleasure.
Thanks.
That's
Thanks,
okay.
Aidan.
It's all
Cheers.
good. And so for everyone watching at home, thank you so much for watching the creators process. If you want to check out the amazing work they do, I'll leave the Fitzroy Art Collective, the link down below. Check out any of their galleries. I'll leave both of their Instagram links, photography, modeling page and all that sort of thing. As I keep saying in every video, let's support the local art community as they do as well. The Fitzroy Art Collective, they support amazing local artists. Come see their shows. And yeah, let's just keep it going, especially during this time. We've definitely struggled Melbourne, so let's just keep that support going, I think. Let's just keep going. And yeah, so comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.